Hello, hello, hello. Oh, sorry, I don't talk a lot, and when I finally do, it's like I sound like a man. So, a quick update. I did circle back with a few young ladies that I've been working with over the past 2 weeks, and I just want to say it was funny because yesterday I was talking about depression, and I was talking about the abuse of alcohol and prescriptions and whatnot. And so, yesterday I was kind of like concerned, with the mentality of what people have when you have this disease, illness, HS. And it was crazy because when I went to follow up with the young ladies I'm working with, when I hear from them, I'm like, I'm expecting, I don't know why I do this because I know the process works, but I always give myself that doubt, so I'm always expecting to hear someone saying, you know what, Val, the advice you gave me really isn't working. But it's like the total opposite. And it's like, heck yeah, because I get super excited. And people don't see me cheesing when I see those responses, but man, am I cheesing so big. Like, I'm super happy. And so with one young lady, she was talking about how, she was making, I think she said noodles, chicken noodle soup or something like that. And how she's made it a time or two before. But it was just the fact that she had energy. She's like, I have all this energy now. I feel great. She's super happy. And she's like, and now I really know she understands her body. Like, she really understands her body. You're so sick for such a long time. And this young lady was, she had been sick, I believe, she said over 10 years. I want to say 15, but I don't want to confuse my stories because I talked to so many people. But she was explaining, you get so used to feeling sick that you just feel like, oh, I guess this is it becomes normal. I don't want to say it's okay, but it becomes normal, and unless you're having like an extremely bad day, then you're like, damn, this is like super sick today, But when I was talking to her, like, I can see her messages and I can feel her energy, the way she responds, because it's so weird. Like, when I start these conversations, everybody I read and the way that I'm reading the responses, it's always like, like they're sad. You can hear the sadness in the messages, in the way that I read it, or the way that they're responding, because I do a lot of verbal clips, when we're responding back and forth, because I'm a recovering person from carpal tunnel surgery from last year, and so I try not to type too much because I want to relax my hands, but when I get the clip back in the beginning, I can hear them like depressed, sad, upset, mad about what they're having to deal with through life, in addition to everything else. And then when I do these follow-ups, it's like a whole different person. They're happy, they're excited, they're like, oh my God, I don't have no pain. I don't have the feeling that I had before. I'm not saying that they're 100 complete, because they're not. Some of them still have a little bit of drainage, and those are just things that we need to still try to work on, trying to figure out, well, where's that little drainage coming from, Sometimes it may be from lectins. Maybe we can't eat certain other item foods, but those are things that individuals will have to work on searching for themselves. We took care of the big part, which was the gluten and the dairy that was causing the pain, the bone pain, the muscle pain, the headaches, the drainage, the reasons why these boils, leisures would not close. That's all taken care of now. I'm not saying it's permanent, because again, this is not a cure. It's just a way to manage it. And the one that also threw me back yesterday is I did a Zoom. Some of these individuals I do Zooms with, because some people just need that one-on-one. They can't do the messages. I'm one of those where I need that visual. I want that conversation. So I was talking to this one young lady, and when I first did the Zoom, you could tell she was drained. You could tell she was out of it. You could tell she was tired. She was tired of being sick. And so when we talked, she's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take your advice, and I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to see how it works. And so I believe yesterday was a week and a half into it. And when I did she had some questions about just personal questions, right? So we did the Zoom. And when I went in, I'm expecting the person that I saw the very first time we did our first Zoom, the tired, just exhausted, looking very ill, you look sick. And it was like night and day. I saw her and I was like, hold up. Am I even talking to the same person? Because this is a whole different person. She had her hair done. She had her makeup did. I don't even know if she had makeup, because if she didn't, like, her skin looked pretty. It looked so nice, And she was happy. She was laughing and giggling because I gave her compliments. I was like, girlfriend, like, who is this person that I see right now? Because this is not the person I saw a little bit over a week ago. And she's like, I feel better, She's actually going through her gluten withdrawal moment, and we go through a withdrawal like the way we do when we're overcoming alcohol, when we're going through withdrawal, when we're detoxing, even from narcotics, even from cigarettes. So it was just, when I saw her, I was blown away, because I don't do a lot of Zooms, but when I saw her, I was like, wow, I saw it in my son. Within a matter of days, his liveliness came back. But to see it in another person that has no relationship to me whatsoever, she's a complete stranger. But when I saw her, like, that filled my heart with happiness. Because it made me feel like what I'm doing, it's not going to help everyone. I understand that. But it is helping some. And that some is what I am so thankful for. Because I saw that she was super happy. And her concern in the beginning when we did these one-on-ones was, her relationship was stressing, She has a partner who's stressing about her body. And it sucks, because we all want that companionship. And this HS robs us from that. It robs us from our happiness. It robs our companionship, our relationships. People go through divorce. People go through, where they get cheated on. And then you start to feel like crap, I just read a post. I took a screenshot of it. And I reached out to a man. And he was like, who else suffers from insecurities, because his concern is his girlfriend makes him feel like crap. She throws it in his face about his body. And it's like some of these individuals stay in some really terrible, and I'm going to say it, some shitty situations, because they're scared of being alone. They already opened up about their condition to that one person, and that one person mentally, like, cripples them on top of what's already been taken from them, because HS is taking it from you. You're not giving it away. It's taking it from you. And with relationships, those are optional. You have the option to stay or go. But then for those who feel like, man, I don't want to go, I don't want to lose this one relationship because that other person may not understand what I'm going through. So I'd rather put up with this crap just because I don't want to be by myself. But when I saw her, and I was like, man, she looks so good. She looks sexy, I was like, I want to be able to bring back the ability that you have an option to leave that relationship or go. I'm not saying leave it. What I'm saying is for those who know that they may not be in the best relationship,